stream key.
Oh God, I think you are.
Nope,
No,
we're live. We're good.
nope.
We're good. Okay, we're actually
I went to.
live. That would have been funny. I gotta remember to change that tomorrow in OBS because not using OBS right now. But yeah, hello everybody. It's D&D time to do D&D things. Start off with a little bit of a recap. So, what happened a few weeks ago when we came back? Essentially, we learned how everyone was doing over the course of the month that took place in time. We started, essentially, we all had a meeting with FaZe, and she was like, hey, we have this private detective that we know that would like to help you guys out, specifically Crealis and Mega, and Spooglio with finding all of their, well, mostly just Crealis and Mega, with finding their specific, side story things. Um, they had a little bit of a talk. Mega and FaZe had a little bit of a talk that was held in the Whisper channel, which I got to use, and I felt really cool about that, which is cool. Uh, then, as everyone went outside, there was a large discussion about cookies and whether oatmeal cookies were devil spawn or not. Um, large
Not
discussion
that they're
back and
devil
forth.
spawn, they're symbols
And
for powers that
yeah,
control us, try
yeah,
to dominate us.
true. Oatmeal cookies are bad, and chocolate chip cookies are great. And anarchy.
Anarchy. Mm-hmm.
Said there was a argument about cookies outside this cookie stall. Mega bought the entire thing, took the cookies, threw them into the river, and then you guys started on your way towards the town of Brightwater. You guys made your way to Brightwater. You met up with your contact, Phineas, who is a bard that apparently has a terrible gambling problem. But he also, well, I don't know if he knows, yeah, he's a bard. You saw him playing music. Terrible gambling problem, but he also knows where to find the information that you guys are looking for. And he's a really good private detective, possibly. Who knows? But he says he's a good private detective. And FaZe says he's a good private detective. So you guys met up with him. He said, okay, we need to go to this town called Backwater, which is just a fun and exciting place. Because they know where Mega's sister-in-law went off to and where Crealis's people were last they had seen them. So you guys went out to Backwater. After a little bit of back and forth with the Jebediah, I believe was his name. He let you into Backwater. You found out a little bit, some by going door to door, some by going to the leader, about where you needed to go. And then Phineas's gambling background kind of caught up with him, and the leader of the town essentially said, this is how we deal with criminals. Go into the arena. If anyone would like to help him, sure. Spooglio and the leader had a little talk. Apparently, Spooglio doesn't know how to. I don't
Shut
even
up.
know. Sure, he constantly. It was like the leader of the town was saying 1v1. And Spooglio was like, I'll 2v1 him. I'll 3v1 him. 1v3. But it ended up settling that he was going to sit this one out and heal if necessary at the very end. And it's going to be Phineas, Spooglio, Crealis, and Mega in the arena. And here we are in the arena right now. And yeah, so as we start, the four of you are put into this arena, which has a giant log in the center of it and a couple trees. And the announcer outside starts talking. Well, you see here, today we have one lovely show. 4 of our finest contestants will be fighting a menagerie of different things. In your left and right corner, you have 2 spawned devilly looking things. And in your north and south corner, from the very depths of the moonwood of, I don't really know, we got him off the back street, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, werewolves! It's going to be a fun one today, that's what I say. Let's all get right into it and let them all out of their cages. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Might need to unpause.
I don't think I need to unpause for rolling initiative. I just need to get
Private
you.
roll some dice. Private rolling of initiative?
That was Mega just fooling around with stuff before.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Is it safe to assume that, full well knowing I would be going into combat, I would have been able to get my mage armor and packed weapon ready for this?
I can
While
say
he's talking, like, I was just gonna put this mage armor on.
that you can get your packed weapon out.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So we begin combat, starting with 22 level folks. Is this the werewolf up top? He's gonna move to here, and that's gonna be his turn. Actually, no, he's gonna move to here, and then he's gonna dash to here, and that's gonna be his turn. And then we have the left spine devil. It's going to make.
Where do they get these things?
Right?
I'm almost more concerned about that.
Right?
Yeah.
He's going to go over here, and he's going to attack Phineas. One fork and one bite.
Fork.
Because that's his weapon. It's a trident. It's called a fork in the thing, but a little trident.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just really hungry and always carries a fork around.
I mean, it
Maybe
is
these are
called
actually
bite,
Spooglios.
so I believe
And
it.
if it meets it, it beats it. So he gets to hit with that. 7 slashing damage. And fork. That'll hit for 3 piercing damage.
Damn, man. Phineas is going to die before he gets his feet off the ground.
Yeah,
Poor
let's
Phineas.
hope not.
Okay. Crealis. Your turn.
Crealis kind of like jumps back in a little with a little squeak of just suddenly werewolf, right?
Yeah.
And will use her bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
And is going to just kind of like fly back and up. And then so is now like 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And will fire off an arrow at this spine devil.
Go for it.
Which, let's see if I can do this. Sharp bow, do that. And normal attack, 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh crap, how much is my? Oh, it's we're level 5. I think I get 3d6 sneak attack.
That might be level 6. I don't remember. It might be 5.
Oh, let me double check real quick.
Sure.
So, what's Kiva's thoughts now that she has seen what we're up against?
Sucks to be you.
Got him.
You got yourselves
It's
into this
3d6, yeah.
mess.
It's 3d6. That's full.
So 18.
Yes, it does.
18
18
piercing damage.
Nice. He's looking pretty hurt. You scurry back with a little yelp, fly up into the air, shoot a bow right down over Phineas's head, and just hit him right in the chest. Looks like he was flying a little bit off the ground and hovering. He's now like down, grounded,
Oh no!
but still alive. Okay.
Yikes.
And Phineas's turn. Phineas, seeing this, is going to say. So he had a very. I think all I said was he has a very strange long lute. Was what the description was. He's going to say a little magical word. He's going to flip the lute around, and he's going to hold it like a gun and shoot it.
Oh, I thought he was going to beam the dust devil.
And
Cool.
that's going to be.
Or spine devil.
It was actually like a +3, but he still wouldn't hit. Or +4. Yeah. So he does a shot and goes wide. He was aiming at where the spine devil was hiding or was flying, hovering, and it just kind of goes over his head instead because he ducks down at the wrong time. Next is going to be this spine devil.
Crealis shot him down from hovering and caused Phineas to miss.
I don't know how I feel about this. Whoops,
Going to make
I guess.
Whoops. I mean, you did a lot of damage. I think that's.
I mean, yeah, you did more than he would if he's kind of a little bit of a pansy.
But
I mean,
it's
he's a
gun.
bard, so. He's got a gun. He's got a gun loot. He's got a loot gun.
It shoots coarse salt. Don't get too excited.
He is a looter shooter. Anyway, first attack's a 4 from the bite, so that's definitely not going to hit Mega. And the fork is a 20 total. Not natural. That'll hit for 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
First attack with its bite, you just kind of dodge out of the way, but the fork comes in around and it really just feels like a little poke. Just a little poke in your side. And now it's Mega's turn.
Okay. Well, no one pokes Mega and gets away with it.
Yeah.
So
No one pokes Mega.
That makes me mad, like most things.
Yeah.
So Mega will rage and attempt to cut the spiny devil in half with his great axe.
Do it.
Oh, and he's also going to recklessly attack.
Nice. Well, yeah, of course.
Because why
What
would
barbarians do. That's going to hit. That's one off from a crit. That was close.
Sadness.
You guys are really good as a group by getting just one off of a crit pretty consistently. Damn. You just
18 damage.
leave into it with your attack. And it does the same thing the other spine devil. It was hovering and then it just goes down to the ground, just barely alive.
Okay, hold on 1 second, please.
Sure. You are level 5, so you do also have one extra attack.
I do have another attack.
Exactly.
So for my second attack, I'm going to, use the momentum and, come back around the top and hit him again.
Do it.
Do I get advantage on this one too?
So reckless, yeah, because enemies also get advantage on every hit they have against you for reckless attack. That hits. You just, so you do one attack, you come up and around, and you go for a second attack, and you just take off the devil's head.
Nice.
Dead. Gone.
Even though that was min damage.
Even though that was minimum damage. Spine devils aren't that scary right now. Okay. Would you like to move anywhere?
Yes, I would. I will move in between the werewolf and where Crealis is fluttering.
Okay, cool. So you do that after killing that spine devil. Spaguglio, it's your turn.
Spaguglio, after watching Mega effortlessly cleave through the spine devil, I think he missed what Crealis did, so he's pretty sure this thing is at full health, but he's sure he's going to do the same. And he pulls out his packed weapon and he goes for a lunge towards the spine devil and rolls a 19.
That hits.
And then rolls a 9 in damage.
Nice. So you, thinking that this thing's at full health, you just go right for it, and you don't notice the arrow wound on the other part of the other side of his chest. You go for the other side, and you just go right through the spine devil, and it just falls over dead.
Nice.
Yep. Bullseye.
Amazing.
One shot. Okay. Nice. Would you like to move anywhere?
Yes, Baguglio is going to go. Oh, what's his? Yeah, 25.
25, because you're a short little gnome.
He's gonna go. He's just gonna go towards this werewolf. He's full on. He's like, I can do this.
Okay.
And
I'll see him out loud.
yeah.
Where the hell are you going? Stay together.
It's fine.
I'm gonna go kick some ass.
He's riding
I mean,
that high.
I feel like I gotta kinda because I was willing to go 5v1, so I feel like I gotta like.
Yeah, you talked yourself up. Okay, so that's this
Loki
werewolf's turn.
hoping that Kriala shoots this one too.
This werewolf's gonna come up here and make a multi-attack against you. One with its bite, and one with its claw. First attack, which is a bite. It's a 10.
Oh, no, sir.
It's a little too excited.
Claw is a 20 total, not net.
Barely.
Nah, it hits you by a lot. For 10 slashing damage. As it goes in for the bite, you parry it off with your packed weapon, and then its claw comes around. Similar to what happened with Mega with the multi-attack. You were focusing too much on the first strike, and he just claws you in the side, leaving a couple marks on your... This one didn't hurt. This one wasn't so much a poke as it like left a couple marks on your shoulder. But no constitution save, because it's just a claw. We're good.
Just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. Okay, so this werewolf's going to go up against Mega. Go right there, and he's going to make one attack with a bite with advantage, and then an attack with a claw with advantage. So bite is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 3 piercing damage, and you should make a constitution save, Mega.
Okay. So that's 1 halved?
Yeah, so that's 1 half. So you took 1 point of damage, but you do still need to make a constitution save.
There's one thing Mega's good at, it's constitution.
It's true. I mean, if anyone's going to pass it, it's Mega. Okay. The bite digs into your shoulder a little bit, and you feel kind of like a weird feeling in your shoulder, but you shrug it off. It's like, nah, I'm fine.
Yeah, there might be a tooth. Might be a tooth in there.
And then the claw attack with advantage. The 16 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
And the claw will be for 7, so it's 3 damage.
You
took 4 damage. That is all. Okay, Krialis, it's your turn.
All right. Krialis just sort of hovers in place and shoots. You know what? A little more worried about the gnome and the gnome's fragility.
We all are.
So from there, gonna go ahead and shoot at the werewolf by Sfaguglio.
Go for it.
Yeah. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 piercing.
Okay. You do notice that it does less damage than you thought it would, but it does do some damage.
Yeah. And floats a little bit over this way.
Gotcha. Do you fire off your first shot? It hits in. It's a little bit less damage you expect, and then you kind of flutter on over a little bit. Still nice and high up in the air. Okay. Phineas is going to also be... Well, Phineas is going to go for the werewolf that's attacking Mega. He's going to flip his loot back around, play a tune on it, and he's going to cast Hideous Laughter at level 2 on the werewolf.
Sorry, that was
or level 1. That's right, just level 1. Okay, cast. The werewolf needs to make a wisdom save. It's going to fail. Becoming capacitated and stand the duration. Yep, it is, and it just rolls on the floor laughing. Literally, the werewolf he casts it. He does a little strum in his lute that's actually specifically a little bit off tune to kind of like, ooh, and then the werewolf just like starts laughing, like he's laughing at the note being wrong or something like that.
He's a jazz connoisseur. He knows
Phineas is showman, so he likes to make sure his hideous laughter things have a little joke to them, but not always through words. Okay, so next is Mega. He's currently prone on the ground in front of you, so you just have advantage.
Okay. Mega's feeling, well, is a little surprised to see a werewolf rolling around laughing.
I thought it was a werewolf, not a hyena.
And then, so Mega's now wondering, do we have to kill these things, or can we just because if it's rolling around, Mega's thinking, I wonder if I can grapple it and then hog tie it.
You do whatever you want to do. Let's see how these hillbillies think about what you do.
All right, I'm gonna try that.
Sure. Or for grapple first.
Yep.
I don't know if it would contest. No, it's incapacitated. I mean, yeah, you would be able to just grapple it. It wouldn't be able to contest.
Okay.
So it's grappled.
Yep. And then, Mega does carry rope, so
50 feet of rope.
Yeah. So what do I need to roll to hog tie this bad boy?
Athletics.
Mega is a shepherd and is used to hog tying wriggly creatures. So.
Sure. Roll athletics. It would normally be disadvantaged because it's laughing, but it'd be just a normal roll because you're a shepherd. Sure. You hog tie it. I'll give it to you. You put its hand behind his back and you hog tie it.
Yeah. Roll. Get the legs together, tie them up together, leave it on its belly, still laughing.
Yeah. It's just sitting there laughing. It's having a great time, even though it's getting hog tied. It's still just chuckling. It's like,
all right, this one's out of commission. Let's take care of the last one.
Okay. Spaguglio. It's your turn.
Okay, so Spaguglio, as he's was walking up to this werewolf, he was not necessarily spinning his sword, but he's he's super excited that he one shot. No one touched that other guy. He one shot it.
Yeah.
And he makes a lunge towards this werewolf with a 17.
That'll hit.
And he rolls a 2.
Nice. Is packed weapon a magical weapon?
I think so.
I already looked this up apparently at some point. Pack weapons are magical weapons, so it hits for full 2 damage.
Woo!
Okay.
And then just wait, I got my unarmed attack with my dagger attack because of my 2-weapon fighting.
That's not a magical weapon, but yes, you can still hit with it.
Yeah, he's definitely going to do that. 15.
That hits.
And half or no damage.
Once again, it feels like you're not doing full damage, even with that little poke. It does take some damage, just not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
At this point in the battle, you're still focused, but you're kind of tuning in a little bit to the announcer who's been hooting and hollering the entire time. You actually hear him make a comment and we got one of them hog tied up on the ground. That's totally fine. I mean, if that's your style, I'd rather have him dead. I mean, they really came out here to see a fight, but that's totally fine, I guess.
Ain't no rules in the arena.
Ain't no rules in the arena. You guys get what you need to get done. I guess we can just use it for the next one then. And it's the werewolf's turn. So the werewolf's going to make 2 attacks against Spaguglio.
Do it.
First attack's 12.
Nope.
Doesn't hit.
Nope.
Damn. And then the claw. 17.
No.
It definitely hits for 8 slashing damage.
Okay, so I want to use a reaction here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hellish rebuke him.
Sure.
I'm
it a
gonna
save
try to
from
pick
him?
enough. It is a dexterity saving throw. Yes, DC 14.
He doesn't make it. And then what are you
Okay,
saying? Like when he does the claw.
He goes, enough of this bullshit, and then he slams his hands down and hellish rebukes. Is it /R or /roll in this?
Either one.
That's what I
Yeah, they both work.
For 8 damage.
Okay. You do the little rebuke. He's still looking pretty healthy, so you say that and he just kind of chuckles.
Oh.
So we have the Hogtied Werewolf, which is still laughing on the ground. He can make the saving throw again at the end of his turn. He didn't take any damage on his turn, so he couldn't take the saving throw on his turn. He does not succeed on. They're not very wise werewolves. They're not wise wolves. They're werewolves.
Clearly, they're attacking us.
Crealis, it's your turn.
All right.
I think they are were hyenas.
They're were hyenas. That's one's laughing. Yeah, just cackling. And then the one laughed at smoothly. I'm sorry.
The hyenas. Crealis is going to swoop down and kind of do a flyby with her moon touch short sword.
Okay.
And then flutter up, but now is only about 15 feet in the air.
Sure.
And you use it using a bonus action to disengage.
Sure.
21 to hit.
That hits.
21 damage.
Jeez. Is moon touch short sword technically a magic weapon? That's the question.
No idea. Just figured it's worth a shot.
Probably.
No, I mean that. So it's not, because it's meant to be given out at like a level. Yeah, it's meant to be given out as like a level 1 thing. I don't think any D&D would ever say, "Here's a magic weapon." So it does still do reduced damage, but it does a pretty good chunk, even though it's reduced damage, because you still hit like a truck when you hit rogues. So yeah, you go for your attack. You slash into its side. As you're going through your cut, it resists a little bit, so you back out, and it does do damage, but does a little bit less than you expect.
Okay.
And then you flutter back up in the air 15 feet. Phineas, seeing a wolf just chilling out on the ground, laughing. It's gonna go for his other thing again. Move 30 feet. He's gonna flip. What?
He's not gonna step up to the incapacitated one and be like, dodge this.
Phineas is gonna listen to Mega, who said go for the other one. I mean, he wanted to because he's a showman, but at the same time, he's also he listens. You guys are helping him out, so he'll listen.
Someone does. Great.
He's gonna do another as he flips it around again and says another command word. He's gonna go for this again. A 15, which will hit, which is actually at 18 for 6 piercing damage, and it's magical.
With his kind of personality, I didn't doubt it for a second.
Okay.
He's a magical guy.
He's just a magical dude. Mega, it's your turn.
Okay. Mega's gonna run down to the group, get up a head of steam going, and take a mighty swing right as he gets there. Almost reckless, one would say.
Most reckless. It's like he's recklessly attacking.
Nah.
Nah, mate.
He didn't say he was reckless. He said it looked reckless.
Yeah, you can make it over there. You have your 40 feet of barbarian movement.
Woo.
Unlike Spaguglio.
Heh.
That'll hit. $14. I don't think your weapon, your great axe isn't magical, and I don't think
Nope.
barbarians get a thing.
Not yet.
There's,
Not yet.
yeah, eventually I think it becomes magical when raging or something, or maybe that's just one of the subclasses. But for now,
I think-
it does less than you expect.
With my totem animal, I think once I hit higher level, my unarmed strikes become magical. I think.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. It is
but
totem.
that's not right now.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's your first
Anyways.
hit.
Yep, I'm gonna whack him again.
Do it. That'll hit. You have a really good first hit, and then you always roll min damage on your second roll.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay. You go for your 2 attacks. He's looking pretty hurt at this point. He's kind of slumped over a little bit, but he's still chuckling. He's not like the other guy who's like rolling around in the ground chuckling, but he's like, huh, and still staring down Spaguglio. Spaguglio, it's your turn.
Oh, Spaguglio doesn't like being laughed at. And he grabs the amulet around his neck and he rips it off and he points it towards the werewolf. And does nothing.
What were you trying to do?
He's gonna pull it off and then just like
What were you casting though?
Oh, I was gonna cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay, so you take it off and you hear like, as you're about to cast it, you hear a bell sound, but it's like a bell is falling down a set of stairs almost. You hear dun, and nothing happens at all.
It's like a little tinkly bell, right?
Sure, it's like, and it's like you're just holding it, nothing happens at all, and he just laughs at you again.
Look at it, put it in my pocket.
Okay, it is the werewolf's turn. He's gonna do what he's done every time, because that's what he does. Make a bite attack against Spaguglio. Does not hit with the bite. Bet you this will hit though. It does. 21. For 10 slashing damage. Consistency. You're really good at dodging the bites, but then you just get too focused. Like it's a really hard bite, so when he dodges, you have to focus on it too much, and the claw just repetitively. You actually have scar marks down your entire arm at this point from just claws.
Spaguglio is gonna like. No, he's not gonna do shit. He's just gonna,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's not gonna react again.
This guy's gonna try and make his save one last time, or maybe who knows? Maybe everyone will miss, and we'll go again. He does not succeed on his save.
Incredible.
Wow.
There's a 4, 3, and a 2, and those are just straight rolls. Crealis. It's a very hurt.
Remember, now that I'm adjacent,
werewolf.
You have advantage too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
melee attacks have advantage.
She'll keep that in mind, and she's going to swoop here,
Sure.
and will attack with the blink short sword.
Ooh.
Give that a shot. Oh gosh, 14 to hit.
Let me double check, but I think that'll hit. Yeah, it'll hit.
My gosh.
Werewolves aren't very armored.
And that's gonna be 20 damage.
Damn, he is very hurt. It still does slightly less than you expect. But he is very, like, at this point, he is very
Yeah.
hurt. Like,
And we'll use
almost
bonus
dead.
action to use the other short sword as well
Do it.
instead of flying away.
That'll hit for sure. 24.
And this hopefully will. And 5 more damage. But probably not 5.
He is just barely alive still.
Nice.
Just barely. It's just Phineas's turn while this guy is like on the ground almost dead. He's gonna do the shotgun thing, and this time he's gonna be laugh at this.
Just point blank.
Just try and point blank him in the face. It is a ranged weapon, so he doesn't get advantage.
Does he get disadvantage? No, I don't know.
No, because he's not actually prone. The werewolf is just like very injured on the ground, but not physically prone.
Yeah.
And a shotgun, I don't think, has disadvantage at close range. He crit for 25 piercing damage. He does the like laugh at this and just blows a chunk out of the werewolf. It is very dead on the ground, and the sound is just like resonating through the entire arena. Just
big old guitar riff.
he flips it back around with a command word and does a little on the little riff on his guitar. Okay, and we're out of combat. The other one's kind of laughing on the ground. The announcer comes into the arena and is like, that was a really fun fight. Thank you for that, folks. Entertaining as always. We're just going to save this one for later. And start dragging the werewolf out of the arena.
You don't want to see us dogpile him?
It's like, no, we're just going to keep this one. And just keeps going.
Amazing.
Resources are finite.
Do we want to keep the werewolf? We did beat it.
Are you saying this to the announcer that's dragging the body out of the arena?
No, never mind.
Okay.
I can think of a lot of ways where that would be a bad idea.
You want to keep a werewolf? Well, maybe if you really wanted to get
Spaguglio
turned
looks
into a
back
werewolf.
at the werewolf.
Mega likes wolves.
It's true.
Spaguglio looks back to the werewolf being carried out of the arena. He's like, running away, eh? I wouldn't blame you.
Okay. So you guys do that. Jebediah, which I believe is the leader. I should never make these names this close, but Jebediah, who is the leader of the town, comes into the arena. Well, that's going to mean that your debt is paid off. Thank you for the show. Things kind of get a little bit boring around here sometimes. Oh, what am I talking about? We're always excited here. Sometimes we just throw some things in the arena and watch them fight each other. But this is more entertaining than I have seen in a while. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome.
And that, as of course, debt is always paid. Your debt is paid, Phineas. That's how it works. So yeah, it's a little fighting, Rather than jail, we just do this, and if they die, they die. Worked out so far.
Seems like an efficient way to solve your problems, really.
Yeah, death is an efficient way to solve a problem, and it's damn entertaining.
So I would
think
imagine
of the money
that
you guys.
You have a stockpile of equipment, maybe for people who maybe didn't quite pay off their debt so efficiently.
There is some things. Normally, it just goes to the general store, though.
Oh, it's at the store?
Yeah, we tend to just get them off to the store and make a little bit of money off of it.
It's not enough that they charged everybody $10 a head to get in here. They got to sell the shit at the store too.
Well, I mean, we gotta finance this town somehow.
Souvenirs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure they get a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not one of those darn stinking elves, everyone's allowed in Backwater.
You think they sell feet?
You might want to speak to our voodoo doctor for that one, but I don't know if he sells feet.
You have a voodoo doctor?
Who doesn't?
What's his name?
Voodoo
Character?
Doctor Jim.
Jim. Okay. Well, thank you much, Jebediah. It's been a pleasure entertaining y'all.
Anytime.
Take my team out now, and we're gonna figure out what's going on. But we appreciate your hospitality.
Sure, if you want to stay at the inn, it'll be free of charge for the entertainment that you provided for the night. Need a little bit of rest. It's a
I think
whole
we should
thing.
do that.
I think we should.
I think we should definitely do that.
Sure.
Out of character, around about what time of day is it right now?
It's starting to turn to nightfall. It took a little while to like go door to door and everything when you got here and do all that.
Okay.
So the sun is setting.
So if we were to do this, we would get a long rest out of it?
Yes. If you went to the inn to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Unless something happened.
Well,
Nothing happened.
all right. I think we should go to the inn, and then I would like to go check the general store if it's still open.
Sure.
And then go try and talk to Voodoo Dr. Jim as well.
Sure.
I would like to be around for some of that action.
That's yeah. So are you going to the inn first?
Yeah.
Kind of like settle in. Okay. To settle in?
The settle in? Is that
is
is that what it's called now?
No. The inn, as you walk up to it, is a very interesting, large building. Because it's all in a swamp, like pretty much everything else, it's built up on stilts, but it's a very large, rectangular wooden building, and the sign outside says Hillbilly Hijinks.
Perfect.
And when you walk in the door, the inn is essentially one very large bar with all the alcohol you ever could expect from it. A lot of it has 3 X's on it, because of moonshine. And across from that bar is just various tables. At closer inspection, you actually notice that the tables have been moved around a lot. A couple of the tables have cracks in them. A couple of the chairs are actually still thrown up against the wall, and you get the idea that there are some bar fights that happen in here from time to time, judging by it. But other than that, at the moment, everyone's just having a great time talking.
Are they talking about the great arena show we put on?
Yeah, and you hear a couple people being like, "Did you see that little roguish gnome stab someone?" And the other one's like, "Yeah, but he didn't do anything compared to that orc." And then did you see Phineas do the bam thing? And yeah, that's what you're hearing.
Did Kiva watch this, or did she sort of wander off?
She watched the entire thing and now has a full lecture about lycanthropy abuse, and about the horror that is, sticking lycanthropes into rings for fun, and how horrible it is.
I didn't kill the one.
She doesn't care. It's still lycanthropy abuse, and it's not directed at you. It's directed at the people of
Right,
the town.
because it could very easily have transferred to anyone, and that's how you get lycanthropy to spread pretty easily.
Right, yeah.
Bring werewolves in a ring. But it's fun to watch.
Horrible, awful idea, and it's terrible for the werewolves themselves, who are just chronically ill beings. They're chronically ill. They should not be put in dangerous situations because of their illness that they did not choose.
They actually have
on this one.
They actually have a shack out back where they allow them to create more werewolves. There's just one werewolf that's in there.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No.
you see?
See, now we're gonna have to investigate that, and if that's true, we're gonna have to
Kiva's
burn
upset.
this whole place
We're
down.
gonna have to burn the place to the ground.
It's like a puppy mill, but for werewolves.
I just want to know where they got the devils from.
I'm never gonna find my sister-in-law at this point.
No secret ingredient, no Crealis' people, no sister-in-law. This is just revenge against Backwater.
Honestly, I'll take it.
Yeah. Anyway. So, you find a little place in the pub, which has an inn in the back as well, for resting.
Mega will go to one of the bartenders, get ask about the accommodations, get a room key or several room keys for the team, and then hand them out.
You ask for a room key, and the bartender's just like, "What's that?" You just walk up in. You're fine. Just pick a room.
Okay.
You might want to close the door hard and just make sure on your way that no one else can come in there. Like when you go to sleep, just like put something up against it. There's a couple. I heard some scholars call them bookshelves. I just call them rectangle pieces of wood.
Okay.
It really rolls off the tongue there, the rectangle pieces of wood.
So, okay. So Mega's gonna go back and investigate one of these rooms.
Okay. The room has a bed in it. It has a very weird, looks like very poorly built nightstand, and then literally, it is a large rectangle piece of wood with two little shelves that would not hold any book on it. But it's meant to look similar to what someone who doesn't read or know what a book is would think a bookshelf would be. It is very movable. You actually see that there are markings on the floor from someone moving it back and forth.
Okay. Is there a window?
There is a window in some of the rooms.
Okay. So let's. Mega's gonna go to one of the rooms that has a window, and
Sure.
I want to look out and see how high up is this window off the ground.
So you had to go up a set of stairs to get into the inn, or to get to the back of the inn. You went up the stairs on the stilts, and then the back is even a little bit higher up. So it's 15 feet,
Perfect.
maybe 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mega's gonna try and call everybody in to that room. And
You're gonna herd him into the room.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's no locks on these doors, obviously, and this seems like the kind of place that if they have enough crime to warrant a full-time arena, our stuff's not going to be safe here. So either someone needs to stick with the stuff, or my idea was we just pile everything in this room. I'll stay behind and then hammer some spikes into the door to hammer it shut, and then I'll just jump out the window. Because I like
the idea
to the window.
But I'm just gonna throw out there that I've got some rope. I've got 50 feet of rope.
That is a normal accommodation. Would be 50 feet of rope for everybody. Phineas is here. He came with you guys.
So like we could just climb out the window. We don't got to do no jumpy shit. It make a lot of noise.
But I mean, only one of us would have to leave through the window and just close the room behind them. So sure. Could always keep yourself things on your person as well.
Well, yeah, when you put it that way.
Sorry, I'm a traveling bard. Everything I have is usually on me and on. I probably should actually go check my horses. I'll be right back. And he leaves the room.
Okay, that's a better idea. Let's just carry our stuff.
Or you keep it in the room. It's up to you.
I'm gonna change into my other set of clothes because I've been adventuring and fighting in these ones for quite a while now. And just because we're in Backwater doesn't mean we need to smell like Backwater.
That is the motto: is if you're in Backwater, you have to smell like Backwater.
I just had this image of you say that, and Crealis kind of looks up from preening, like feather in her beak.
Okay, so yeah, Mega's gonna kick everybody out so we can change, and then he's gonna go down to the bar with all of his stuff.
All of his stuff, his other set of clothes and everything, just in the backpack. Sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spaguglio is, I guess, downstairs waiting for Mega to come down and looking for a way to invest.
There is so much gambling that is happening in various forms in this inn right now. What do you want to play is the question. It would be easier for you to say what you want to play and for me to make something up than me to tell you what's
honestly,
there.
I feel like I just walk up to like the sketchiest dude
Sure.
that looks like he's doing a gambling thing. Like one of the types of dudes who will just literally gamble on anything, and we're just gonna people watch and make bets on whether or not the dude is gonna do the thing or not.
Sure. You walk up to a table in the
It's
back,
not even a game.
and they're playing a really famous game called Five Finger Fillet. Got the knife going in between the hands. This guy
Yeah.
actually is sketchy, but he knows what he's doing. And it's going back and forth between two guys, just going a little bit faster every time. They haven't really paid attention to you walking up to the table yet. There's
Okay.
like you can tell there's probably like 15 gold on the middle of the table.
Mm-hmm. So
Whoever.
are they playing against each other, or are people betting on this game?
They're just playing against each other at the moment. There's no one that's really
Okay.
looking around a table betting on other people playing. You would be the first person to do that. Everyone seems to be playing themselves.
Okay. Spaguglio walks up to them and he's like, You guys looking to make a quick buck?
The one that is currently not playing looks over and is like, I'm always looking to make a quick buck.
You know where I'm
What
from?
do you what where are you
got this.
from?
Little Italy.
What's that?
It's you know what? I'm from Backwater. You just don't know me. I'm your cousin's uncle's sister's friend.
You know what? I just met you, but I believe you 100%.
I know you do.
My
buddy.
cousin's uncle's
I
sister's
give him
got a
pat on
lot
the
of
back.
friends and a lot of cousins and uncles and sisters.
He looks back and he's like, "This game's really simple." He's like, "Is Mega downstairs yet?"
Did you like immediately leave the room and then start looking for bets?
Pretty much.
Then probably
It
not yet.
doesn't take me long, so I'd say within the next 2 to 3 minutes,
He'll probably
Mega's
be.
come walking down the stairs.
When you start the conversation, no, but you would see, as you were probably getting to this point in the conversation, you would see Mega come walking down the stairs.
I look back and I'm like, "I bet you guys, how much money do I have? I bet you guys 50 gold that I can take that guy in an arm wrestle."
You pointing at you pointing at the guy who killed that devil in 2 hits?
The biggest guy in the bar.
Well, actually, that would be that guy over there. That's the biggest guy in the bar if you want to take him on. And he points to this like Goliath that is just massive. Like we're talking probably one of the tallest Goliaths you've seen. He's got he's strong, but he also definitely has a gut too. He's got like a drinking gut, and his arm is probably about as big as Crealis.
I kind of look at him and my eyes kind of start to widen. I'm like, well, after a certain size, everyone's kind of just a lot bigger than me. The second biggest guy in the bar will do.
Well, that would be that guy right there. You know what? I just going to cut to the chase. You want to arm wrestle that guy, and you want your guy. Okay, so I'm not. Well, my mom might call me an idiot, but I don't think I'm an idiot, and I know that you two know each other. So how do I know you're not just going to rig it?
I mean, if you don't it's easy money, but I mean, hey.
My guess is that Mega would come down right now just in time to see Spaguglio talking to this sketchy-looking guy, and they're both like pointing at him.
Oh yeah.
So Mega's gonna be like
pointing at the Goliath.
It's gonna be one of those just deep breaths, like, oh Lord, okay.
Okay,
Put on
Spaguglio.
Put on his kind of dopey face, and we'll go walking over like, hey, what's going on, guys?
Spaguglio roll a persuasion check right before Mega walks over.
Okay. Okay. Persuasion.
He just looks at you as he's walking over and he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm in 50 gold. And then as Mega comes in and says, what's going on, guys? He's like, he said he can beat you in an arm wrestling match.
And I kind of give him like a wink, like a.
Well, okay. As soon as he says that, Mega's like, well, no shit. I may have been born yesterday, but not
Well, no, he said this little guy said he could beat you in an arm wrestling match.
Mega like scoffs. He's like, whatever. You know, I carry this team. This guy's just the valet.
I just want to see an arm wrestling match between you two right now because we got money riding on this.
All right. Drop.
He clears
drop
off the
down
table.
onto
He clears
one of
off.
the chairs.
Yeah, he clears off the table they were playing Five Finger Fillet on. The other guy who wasn't paying attention to the conversation, actually, what do you guys have for passive perception?
I've got a 10.
Just the two of them.
12.
Yeah, because actually, where would Crealis be in all of this?
Crealis is
question.
trying to avoid being seen by
Everything.
Spaguglio.
Okay.
Probably smart.
Okay, Mega's passive perception is
By the way, Cal, check Discord.
12. So Mega would have seen the other guy who was playing actually swipe the 15 gold from the table, but the guy who was just like take the 15 gold and pocket it while all this was happening. That was on the middle of the table. But they clear it off, and the two of you sit opposite. Spuglio has to pretty much be standing to actually get, into the center of the table with his arm.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Mega is gonna like make a big show of like limbering up. Roll his shoulder up. Flex his muscles.
Spaguglio is going to use minor illusion to make his arm glow like a dark purple, like the evil energy from like a video game.
Nice.
Real
And he's
quick.
gonna lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Real quick, Key was probably off in some corner, scribbling her notes about lycanthropy.
Sure.
And I hate to say it, but I need to go. So
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna have to dip early tonight. But thank you all. I apologize. I'll be here next time.
No,
I swear.
That's okay.
It's
Hope
okay.
you feel better.
It's totally fine.
Thank you. See ya.
We wrecked your scene though. Rip.
It's fine. We don't need to actually see things.
Yeah, it's fine.
As I like put my arm up on the table, I
I'm
my
still
dog
partially
is
Dutch, Master.
barking. That's what that noise is.
That is what that noise is. But that's fine.
You guys can't
Continue.
hear it though, can you?
Very faintly, but it's not like it's
Okay.
like, yeah, you're good.
Okay. So I lean my head in and I'm just like, I have 50 gold on this game for myself to win.
Mega just like gives a real almost imperceptible nod, and he drops his big meaty arm on there, and grabs like just engulfs Spaguglio's hand with his hand. On your mark, little guy.
While you're whispering, roll a stealth check. I think whisper stealth.
Spaguglio, right?
Yeah,
I
Spaguglio.
didn't say anything.
Okay, you're fine. They wouldn't notice anything. Okay, so you do your thing.
All right. So, Mega's watching Spaguglio to say go, and then soon as Spaguglio says go, Mega's gonna like kind of that like flex his arm muscles and go down about 2/3 of the way there, and then all of a sudden like get real wide-eyed, be like, kind of growl and kind of look like he's raging a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's not obviously not pushing down. He's just like holding Spaguglio's arm there, and then gradually, like as the purple energy like ramps up, like starts moving his arm back. Like, no, what's going on? And then he'll start to move it back, and then all of a sudden he'll like, he'll throw his arm back so that he loses, and like he'll like throw himself over to the side with such force that he'll like tumble off the chair.
Roll a performance check.
Yeah, please. I want to see this.
Okay, make that.
That's decent.
Pretty good.
They seem pretty convinced, and they're all like in awe. They're like, huh?
Wow.
Just gonna do this. Sorry, just
Can't
do
hear
a
you,
little
Rufus.
thing. But yeah, no, they look like they're like, huh?
Baguglio, you're on mute, buddy.
You're muted.
I look over and I'm just like, and if you don't have it in gold, I'll take it in silver.
They the one that bet he ponies up to 50 gold, puts it on. It's like the last of his gold, pretty much. You see him like take his pouch out and then kind of dump it on the table. The other one didn't bet. He just kind of walked off with the 15 gold and was like, "This is mine now."
Spaguglio gives a little bit of a flex with a tinge of pink glow or purple glow, and he's just like winks at him. He's just like walks off.
Mega's gonna make a show of like rubbing his arm, and he'll walk over to the bar. Actually, he's not even gonna walk to the bar. He's just gonna walk out. You know,
Spaguglio's gonna come out,
hanging his head like,
Spaguglio's gonna go in a different direction because we can't look too affiliated, but he's gonna circle back in a little bit and go find him.
Okay, cool.
What's Crealis gonna do?
What is Crealis doing?
Crealis is just scatter, like sees this happening and is just trying to stay as completely unobtrusive as possible. Like at one point, I feel like as at the culmination of this show, she like ducks under a table for a couple minutes.
Does she believe I won?
No way.
No.
No, not
She wouldn't have to roll for that. She would know, like, there's no way.
Not even a single second.
Yeah, this isn't season 1 Crealis here.
Yeah.
Season 2 Crealis.
Oh my gosh. But does Faguglio think that she would believe that he won?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Just a little tiny bit.
As you know, you that sort of ends. Crealis kind of like sneaks her way up the stairs, and then after a few minutes comes down as if she's coming down from up there. Like she's been upstairs the entire time.
Just casually strolls down the stairs.
Exactly,
Flutters.
just casually hops down the stairs.
Nice. Okay.
I guess I would spot you at that point. I was, you want to go do some shopping?
Oh, what did we need?
I don't know, but I got some money and it's burning a hole in my pocket. And if I'm gonna lose it, I may as well lose it to some stuff.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to get some water?
What? Some water? No, it's let's go.
So she'll head out with Faguglio.
Okay. Mega, are you also going? You said you're going to the general store somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the general. They know where I'm going. I'm gonna go to the general store.
That's where I'm headed as well. If I know that he's there, I'm
seeking him. I'm
scouting him out.
Everyone's going to the store. Cool. So you guys all head to the general store, which I don't have a name for. Which is literally, there is a sign that is partially off its hinges that just says general store. This is no name, it just general store on it. You walk in. Wow. Things are not super organized. It's the same thing as the other places. You have to walk up a couple stairs because everything's on slats over the swamp. You walk up the stairs and it's not super organized, but there's like a section that just has a sign which is weapons spelled WEPONS. There is a couple signs. Weapons. WEPONS.
WEPINZ.
Oh, yeah. Weapons. Weapons. It's actually just spelled wheat thins because they weren't 100% sure what they were.
That's harder to spell.
I know.
Yeah, and that's spelled perfectly.
And then there's armor spelled with a U on another section. There's just things put on a sign, which seems like an assortment of things. And then there is magic in a corner that is just like the G is backwards, the C is backwards. There's just so many things wrong with that sign. They spelled it correctly, actually, but every letter is just like somehow the M is at a slight angle because you can't flip the M, but it's at enough of an angle that it just looks awkward.
It's a W now.
It's almost there, but it's not quite.
I'm gonna check out the Wagic.
Magic. Okay, so you you go to the Wagic section and you see a couple potions, and
Are the
you
labels on the
see
potions correct?
who knows? That's up to you.
It'll tell us if they're imported or not.
Okay.
If it's
So
spelled
let me
correct.
just tell you what Mega's looking for here.
Yeah.
A, he needs to buy just some general, stuff to replenish his pack.
Sure.
Some more rope. Some. He's gonna invest in get some iron spikes. In case he has to spike a door shut, for instance.
Okay. That would
But
be in
then
the general
he-
section.
Yeah, he's
The
looking
things.
for a battle axe, whether magic or regular, and he's looking for a pair of magic boots.
Okay, so the magic section pretty much has potions and a very oddly familiar rectangular leather-bound case with a symbol that you saw a very long time ago, which was an X.
I saw that in the other magic shop.
You saw that a very long time ago in Olenara, I believe.
Yeah, at the general store there with the magic items.
And as Crealis walked in, she would have been slightly drawn to it and would have noticed it as well as the thing she found back in the cave, or similar, as something that looks exactly the same.
Oh no.
As far as magic goes, there is no like magic boots or anything. It's just a couple potions, that item, and there's a couple pieces of paper that say scrolls, but if you look at them even as not a magician, you know there's nothing magic about those pieces of paper at all. They're just random words on pieces of parchment. In the weapons section,
The words are all spelled correctly, so that's why they think it's magic.
yeah.
They don't understand
Imported
it, so it must be
magical
magic.
scrolls.
Maybe.
It's actually like a recipe for some random
Uh-oh,
thing.
Don't show Spaguglio that.
But yeah, you in weapons there's a battle axe, and in your general goods you'd be able to find everything that you need. The things section.
Yep. So Mega's disappointed by the lack of magic boots,
Magic boots.
but he'll find a good battle axe. Just pick up some odds and ends. Then he's gonna go back over to the Wagic section and look at the leather bound case with the X on it again.
It looks identical to the other one you saw.
Is there a price on it?
There is a price tag, but it's been smudged out.
Okay, so Mega's gonna put his stuff on the counter, look around. Is there like a shopkeep? Is there a clerk? Is
Yeah,
there anyone?
there's a one chilling out in his chair, piece of straw hanging out of his mouth. He's just been kind of eyeing you guys. He hasn't said anything. He's not eyeing you guys suspiciously either. He's just kind of looking around, looking to see what you guys are doing, casually eyeing you. Like, and you put yourself on the
Yeah. So Mega will address him. And he's like, "Is this your place?"
It sure is. Welcome to the general store.
Are you the general?
No one's ever called me that before, but sure, if that's what you want to call me.
How much for the cigarette case
What cigarette case?
with the X on it? This leather thing right here.
Oh, that
why is it
sir
magic?
is a magic item from a faraway land that some wizard named Jeremy brought in here. That'll be 25 gold.
What?
Really?
Yes, sir.
And I walk up to Mega and I drop 25 gold in front of him, and I'm just like, for earlier.
All right. So Mega look around. thank you, valet. He'll scoop the money into his pouch.
You failed it.
Gosh.
Okay.
So he'll say, "Okay, I'll give you, I'll take that, and I'll give you 30 gold for everything."
Roll a persuasion check. You know what? It's going to be hard to part with all that for that money, but I saw you in the ring, and what you did to that devil, whoo-wee, that was a thing and a half. So
Well, I'll tell
you
you
take
what,
Jeremy's magic rectangular device and you do whatever you want with it.
Well, Jeremy, sorry, General. Next time when I beat someone with this battle axe, I'm gonna say I got it at the general store.
That's great. Thank you very much. You actually see him take a piece of paper and write general on it as a name tag. It's spelt with a J. Just sticks it to him. General.
Which is odd because paper shouldn't stick to a shirt like that, but
Right? It's actually pretty humid. Even at
I was
night.
gonna say.
It's very humid here.
well, we all know that the general probably has dribbled food and who knows what.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that shirt is not clean.
All right, so Mega will, put the battle axe, loop it on his belt, tuck the stuff away, take the deck or the case, kind of look at it, and he's gonna tuck it into a belt pouch, and basically make eye contact with Crealis and be like,
Yeah, she's been lost, like looking at all, like she's been sort of silently cataloging all the different spellings of everything, just like you know how when someone is talking about something complete, some complete utter nonsense, how like your brain kind of glazes over
Yeah.
and it's just a pleasant buzz of meaningless noise.
Yeah.
That's like kind of what's been happening. She's just looking around, like looking at all these words, and instead of it's just one of this like, huh. So she looks a little bit dazed, and you catch her eye. Yeah, nods and hops her way out.
Okay. Cool. You guys leave the general store. Squealer doing anything else in the general store? Or did he give his
He would have
money and
taken
then
he would have taken a look to see what the potions were. Are they health potions or are they like?
Some of them are marked healing, spelled with 2 E's.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that shit.
probably smart.
Okay.
If it was spelled properly, I might trust it, but
Imported potions. That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So you guys leave the general store. Mega, were you going to do one more thing?
Mega had high hopes for this place, but after seeing the spelling and general cleanliness, he's can't think of any reason why visiting the witch doctor would in any way help him.
You never know. The witch doctor might be the only thing that makes sense in this town.
Actually, though.
You don't have to though. If Mega would be turned
he's
off, that's totally
poisoned the
fine.
water.
Actually, no, I just remembered that Mega was going to go talk to the witch doctor to actually see if that person like had a bearing on which direction the sister-in-law went. Hoping, he just basically Mega thinks that a doctor is going to be educated. Someone who can do magic stuff is going to be educated.
Sure.
Steve is educated. Crealis seems smart.
What about Spaguglio? He knows magic.
He said
Let's not get
seems
ahead of
right.
Yeah. Let's calm down a little bit.
Then there's the other side.
FaZe seems smart. Just about everyone that can do magic seems smart. So,
Okay.
so yeah, he will go to the the witch doctor's hut.
Okay. Everyone following, or you guys heading back to the?
Yeah,
Inn?
no, I'll follow.
Yeah.
Am I
Julia.
aware that's where he's going?
I mean, would you have said something, or were you just kind of
Oh no,
heading?
I'm just leaving and going to the next place.
So now you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
following.
Okay.
If I don't know where we're going, I'll follow.
You come on.
Spagulio thinks this is all going to be bullshit, so
You come to this one circular hut that's actually not up on stilts. It's normal height, and as you open the door and step into it, the ground just squishes because it's pretty much swamp level and it's dirt, but it is damp dirt. In the center of the room, there's a circular table with a bunch of bones and things like that on it. Hanging from various things are hanging from the ceiling are various parts of different creatures. There's a little alarm that goes off when you enter. It's not like a frightening alarm or anything. It's like meant to tell the witch doctor that you've entered. Whenever you open the door, and the witch doctor comes out, he looks slightly more put together than the rest of everyone else. He has a very large staff that he kind of walks out on. He does look very very old though. And kind of, you also notice he doesn't really have much of an accent as he starts to speak, and he's like, oh, what can I help you with today, sir?
Okay. I'm hoping that you have some, we can, trade for some information or just talk about a half elf woman that came through here not too long ago.
I Sure. I can't think of anything I might know, but I can always try and divine what happened.
Do do you know what direction she went? All I've been able to get is that she left.
He picks up some of the bones that look like various forms of like chicken bones and that kind of thing. A couple of fingers and talons. He shakes them around in his hand. He throws it on the ground. But he puts it a little not on the ground. Throws it on the table. He does a little incantation, and you actually see the bones shift and turn into a shape of a mountain. I would say that she probably would have gone up north.
Interesting.
Something to
Okay.
do with mountains.
Okay. Make us thinking about this because that does match what uh, Phineas said. Because I think Phineas said that she was up with the dwarves.
Right.
Right. So verification. That's good.
Verification.
All right.
Anything else I can help with? My services are free. I like to try and help out divine things. I get
your
paid by the
services are
town.
free.
I get paid by the town.
Mm-hmm. Place is weird as shit.
You're not wrong, but it's the place I live, and I help out a little bit.
Do you buy from the Wadgic section of the general store?
Between you and me, I wouldn't buy from the Wadgic section of the store. There's some potentially harmful things in there.
Not gonna lie, gained a bit of respect for you there.
Being someone that knows some form of divination magic, yeah, they when a potion is spelled healing with two E's, it's a bit rough.
Doesn't take much divination to figure out what's going on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So,
But yeah,
all right. One last thing, and he's going to reach into the belt pouch and take out the the case with the X on it.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about what this is? Put it on the table in front of him.
He picks up the various bones again, rolls them out, kind of shakes them around in his hand, does a little spin this time, and throws them, and all of the bones spread out in a pattern that makes pretty much no sense at all. And he just looks at them and says, I've never seen this happen before. I can't seem to tell anything about it at all. The bones are... That's not a pattern. They're telling me that they don't even know. It's something, I don't know, potentially powerful. Maybe the bones just aren't working. Maybe they normally work all the time. I'm baffled.
Mega's gonna pick it up and he's gonna look at it now. And is there a button or a snap on the case that opens it?
No, the case actually, just as you look in it, it's just an open case, and you can look and you can see a single card in there. If you if you like move it around, or if you try to turn it upside down, the card just stays in the case.
And take you for a card player, Mega.
I don't think
What's your-
this is a playing card. And
Every card's a playing card if there's money involved.
As
Not
you
wrong.
pull it, as you pull that out, and Crealis is looking, I was like, eyes widen, but he's sort of looking between it and you.
So Mega was about to take the card out, and then when Spaguglia says every card is a playing card, he's gonna like stop and look at him like, come on, haven't you gotten us in enough trouble? And he's gonna take it and put it back in his pocket. So you actually got rid of Mega's curiosity. You exasperated
Killed
him
his curiosity.
more than the curiosity was
No.
pinging him to see what the card was.
Literally saved his life right there.
You might have.
I mean, Crealis became more persuasive.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy about it. In terms of like,
And
it's
Mega
not
knows
worth the risk
nothing
after like
about
sort of
that.
realizing.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
Or
Crealis
that
doesn't
does.
even. I don't even think Crealis has used persuasion, so Crealis wouldn't really even know what happened.
Yeah.
Crealis would have
exactly.
just taken a card out, maybe felt a little magic, and that's it. Like nothing
Yeah.
negative or positive, just a little tiny magic, and then
There's a change.
another card
I
appears.
don't like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's pretty clear we need to go see the dwarves. He'll turn to the voodoo guy, Jim, and thank you, sir.
Of course.
I know the town pays for your services, but and he's going to take 2 gold, slide and put them in the middle of the table where the case was, so like kind of in the middle of where the bones all went crazy.
Yeah.
And be like, so, in case anyone's wondering, we just asked about the dwarves.
Secrecy, sure. Yeah. I can keep things a little bit on the. Many people come to me asking for things, and they ask for me to keep them, secret. That's totally fine. I appreciate that money, and anything I can do. If you ever need to come back for any more divination, just ask.
We just may do that. Thank you.
No problem. As you guys are leaving, you hear the rolling of the dice again, or the bones again, and you just hear, they have a very tough road ahead of them. And he just kind of goes, and then you guys are gone. You like barely make that out. I guess no, everyone would have barely heard that.
All right.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. So at this point, I mean, I think it's probably best let's go back to town. Let's go back to the inn. Let's get a good night's sleep. Let's find Phineas, and let's get out of here like first light. Does that sound good to everybody?
Crealis glances back at where we just left. Yeah.
Spaguglio's like, you sure you don't want to make any more money? We could make another couple 100 gold easy.
No, I don't think so, because
Amazing.
once is chance. If we repeat that little dog and pony show, it might not go real well for us.
Fine.
All right. So with that, I guess, Mega's going to go back to the inn. He's not real interested in getting drunk. This place gives him the heebie-jeebies.
As you guys are all going to the inn, Phineas is outside with his horses, and he greets you. Out for a little midnight stroll, or a nighttime stroll.
Just replenishing the packs. We're
Smart.
gonna get some sleep, get a good night's sleep, and then we'll get going first light. So we'll just meet you out here.
Sure. Do you happen to know any dragonborn by chance?
I feel like the answer is yes, but I don't remember.
You can just add I don't think you guys have met any dragonborn.
I don't think so. No.
I guess he means
feel
like
like
do you would you be meeting any dragonborn here?
So, like, at a character, I feel like the world is maybe
You would know what
racist isn't the right world.
dragonborn. You know what
like
dragonborn are.
I feel like the world is racist enough that a bigger deal would have been made about us meeting a dragonborn that we would remember meeting a dragonborn.
A specific one, yes. Phineas, I guess Phineas would have said, were you meeting a dragonborn here by chance? Did you send word to a dragonborn?
No.
Not that I remember.
Oh, there's one looking for you inside the bar. He asked for you guys specifically.
By name or by reputation?
He said something about a group of people who have been... I can't remember exactly his words. He asked for 4 people, a little bit on the misfit side, who have dealt with... who have been around, saving a couple elven towns, something specifically about a rift, know something potentially about rifts.
You said this is what color was he?
Blue.
What color was he? Can't just go around asking that. Jeez.
Honestly, it came to mind that you just seem to be describing you from what Faze told me. You guys did some things. He said some of your accomplishments from
that's us.
before.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if we want him. Wait. If he knows that we're helping elven villages, is that one of the things we're not supposed to tell people?
If someone asks, I'll just tell them I'm a shepherd, right?
No, you rob banks.
All right. Okay, so we'll go in and look around. I'm assuming a blue dragonborn is not going to be that hard to spot.
No, he's just off at a table. There's a blue dragonborn with a cloak pulled up over his head. He's blue. From over here, you can still see his eyes. It's not like, we're not talking like all the way down creepily, just kind of a hood kind of put a little bit back. Even though it's really humid, it almost looks like he's cold. His dark blue eyes, a fresh scar on his left cheek, and the cloak goes down to roughly his like waist height. And he's kind of like an extra scaly dragonborn.
Like dermatitis dragonborn?
No, just like a couple extra scales. Like, you have your normal dragonborn that are a little bit more on the smooth scale side. He's a little more on the rough scale. Not dermatitis, but like rough scale side. He's just having a drink, actually talking with one of the townsfolk a little bit. Sees you three enter, and I'm gonna say at this point Kiva's up in her room. So you wouldn't have seen her, and he sees the 3 of you enter and is like, and it kind of waves over at you.
Okay, well, I'll head that direction.
Yeah, we'll go sit beside him.
Okay. As you guys sit down, he's like, pleasure to meet all of you. I take it Phineas, or that's what he said his name was. I meant Phineas. I don't. Sorry. I don't want to seem like we're on first name terms. I don't know the man. He seems like a pretty good dude though. Sent you in my direction. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there a little bit. This is me speaking, not the guy. Train of thought.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Phineas said you were asking about us.
Yeah. I was at the inn in Brightwater where you guys were, and I overheard a little talk with some Gith about rifts and portals, and some of you guys seemed a little bit interested in that. And then I, kind of looked into the to what was happening, asked around about you guys, and you guys seem to know a little bit about those things, and wanted to see you guys in person and potentially ask for some help with said riffs.
Wait, just
Wait.
wait. Hold. Is he asking to help us, or is he asking us for help?
He's asking you for help. He
Okay.
essentially is like, hey, can you help me out with these
I have a
things?
rift problem.
I have a rift problem. I heard some talk with some Gith back and forth. I've been trying to go around closing rifts that have been, appearing in the world for a little while. I heard the talk back and forth with Gith, and I know Gith aren't very forthcoming about speaking with anyone else. They're very much, if you're not a Gith, then why talk to you kind of people. Because I
Gith
personally
out.
also approached them. And your reputation precedes you as a group of good people doing good things. And I decided to, I heard something about talking to going to Backwater, so I decided to come here and see if I could find you guys and maybe have a little chat.
Where is this? Where is this rift that needs closing?
Oh, there are many. This would be a larger thing. Um, do you
So
know
look,
what's
we
Who
go ahead.
Scoolio
who
said?
are you that you're involved
Oh,
in rift
I am with
activity?
who am I? My name is Christengrim Valmora. I'm a dragonborn, and um, a group of us. Actually, it's been a couple of us throughout quite a while. Have been working on trying to close down rifts because they can be pretty dangerous to everything in the world. Are you? How familiar are you guys with these things?
I mean, I've only seen like a couple, but like I also know that like basically no one that seems to really know about them.
I have heard about Hartrim. That was you guys, I believe. Closed that one down.
Where did you hear about Hartrim?
Just general word of mouth.
We haven't told anybody, and everybody in Hartrim was dead.
I mean, sure, but word of mouth would get around that you guys were the heroes of Hartrim. Like, you told literally no other soul.
No.
Well, except for the Horizon Walkers, who might have told people. Okay. Well, look, uh, and Mega was always like doing the math in his head, like we can't go off on another tangent here, So he missed the guy's name. So, like, Mr. Dragonborn guy. Appreciate that you need help, but we need to go up and talk to the dwarves first.
Maybe we can go
And
there on the way. Do you? I. Sure, that's fine. Do you? He looks a little bit perplexed. You know what you've been like. This is a pretty pressing matter, but I know you have your own things. That's totally fine. He looks a little bit defeated, and he's just trying to think of exactly what to say, like he's lost in thought.
you said there's a lot of rifts. Is there anything? Are there any rifts that we know about to the north that we can look at on the
There,
way?
there is one rift to the north. A large object fell from the sky and created a rift in a certain spot. Was one of the things I was actually going to go check out shortly.
Okay. Mega's like, damn it.
Spaguglio looks at him and he's just like, "You're gonna come with us?"
I would like to. How much do you guys know about these things? I've been studying these for quite some years. Like, you closed
Well,
one, and I appreciate it, but can I
No, knowledge
inform?
aside, how do we know that we can trust you every time we get near one of these things? Shit goes awry. I just want to know what side of the shit you're gonna be on.
I mean, honestly, you just met me. You don't know you can trust me, and that's fine. I'm here for the cause of closing the rifts. I'd be sad if it was just, well, we can't trust you and move along, but
I mean, everyone who's said that they're want to close the rifts have really been pretty straight with us. So yeah, we can, you know, that's definitely on our list anyways to check out the thing that fell from the sky. I mean, we kind of knew about that anyways. I didn't know there was a rift involved. Maybe our resident one of our resident magic users. She's up sleeping right now, but maybe
it'd
she
be
knew
Kiva
about
would
it.
have been the most, yeah.
Yeah, she might have known about it. She's not really the information forthcoming type for us, but we're cool with her. So yeah, you can definitely come along with us, and we'll check out the rift and see what we can do.
Little, it looks like Rial's. You're about to say something?
She looks like kind of uncertain. Like she's opened her beak a couple times and she says, I don't think we really know a lot, but uh, the rift in Hartrim, it, there was something in the middle of it that was what was keeping it open, and when we broke it, that's how the rift closed. I don't know if that's helpful or if all rifts are like that, but that's how we closed that rift.
So generally, from what I've come across, there's two types of rifts. There's your anchor rift, and then there's your event rift. That would have been an anchor rift, where you would destroy something outside. The real interesting ones are the event rifts, where you have to go to the other side. And the thing is, you don't know which is which until you get there.
As soon as he says go to the other side, Benko's gonna like perk up. He's like, "Oh, the abyssal chickens," and he'll go to shove Spaguglio in the side, like, "Hey, like that's what we did," and forgetting that he's much taller, he'll probably like palm his ear and like push his head.
I don't know if you fully understand the scale of what I mean by the other side.
How? But if you go to the other side and close the rift, how do you get back?
The rift doesn't close until you get back. An event rift is where you go through, and I've only ever encountered one in my entire life. Do something, some moment on the other side of the rift needs to happen, and then you go back through and it closes.
So I know we got attacked by a guy in a keep that when he whacked us, we went into like this shadow realm thing. That's what it was explained to me. And then we had to fight ghosts or ghouls or something, and then we came back and we couldn't move while we were there. Then when we came back we could move again. Is that what you mean by the other side?
Larger scale. You're thinking in planes of existence. What came out of the Hartarim rift? Can you describe that to me? And I can describe it for you if you'd like, because I know that someone probably wouldn't have that written down.
I know it was purple, and the ground was spongy.
That can be the effect of certain things happening. But what the creature that came out of it, though? Something would have came out of it when you were attacking the anchor.
What? Okay,
I need to bring up the document.
Wait, out of it?
Yeah, there were two things that came out of it.
Aren't they this skeletal, ghoulish sort of creature?
Notes for the very first session. It was a creature that had a open rib cage, had the two little had like the giant spikes kind of for arms coming out of both of its shoulders and the two little arms in the center. It had half of its jaw cut off, and it made a terrible screeching sound when it came through. And it kind of shambled.
Mega does not remember that.
Mega wouldn't. Kraus might.
Yeah. When you hit as many things as Mega does, they all kind of look the same after a while. You know, this thing's screaming at me. I better whack it with my axe.
Fair.
So Kraus probably would have. Would you have told him about it, or because you would have been able to probably recall that? Yeah. So that thing. This is a lot to discuss. This is a lot. I'm kind of getting a good idea of where you guys are at. We have a lot to talk about. I do know, I can say for a fact pretty quickly, that the shadow has a lot to do with these rifts. Which is why it's a little more urgent.
Wait, is the shadow well known to everybody?
People don't talk about him because they're afraid of him, but he is a pretty well-known entity who's done a lot of bad stuff. Pretty much.
Everybody knows about him, but nobody talks about him.
Sounds about right.
The only thing I should say probably before everyone gets to bed and gets a good night's sleep is just think bigger picture. What is even bigger than just another plane of existence?
2 planes of existence.
Bigger picture. Bigger picture. It's fine. You'll be able to think about it. There's some things I see that you've been kind of.
What is this, like a? Is this like a fucking riddle? Like, just tell us.
I've seen.
Like the afterlife? Is that what you're talking about?
I see that there's a lot to talk about. And that you've been kind of sadly been going blindly into this without anyone sitting you down. Maybe they don't even know about it. Like the couple people I work with, we don't usually share our information that well, but we think you'd be very good allies since you've dealt with one before and you know how to handle yourselves. Just go to sleep with the thought of biggest picture. What if I said there are more than just other planes of existence?
I would say, hey, what do you mean?
Amazing.
Think about
I will think on that, but you're kind of making my head hurt a little bit, and
it will, and that's why I would suggest going to sleep, because it's gonna hurt some more. There are some things with the world that, because of what the shadow's been doing, has brought some things to light, and it would take a lot that I don't want to get into with someone missing, because that would just mean I'd have to explain it all again.
This sounds like a good thing to talk about as we ride north in the morning.
Yes, it would. As a little side note, you do notice that I forgot to mention he had on his back presented a sword. It didn't look specifically threatening. At first glance, Mega specifically would know, or actually it's Crealis too. Spulio kind of knows with this pack weapon. It looks like a very clunky weapon. It's kind of a one-hander, but it's all almost like it's jagged and scrunched up, and it looks like it'd be very unwieldy to use. And it came off as a very strange. You guys would have actually noticed that before you sat down with him, that he had a presented very strange sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To keep in mind. But yeah, if you guys want to all go to sleep, I'll think myself on how to present this information, because I thought you guys knew slightly more than you did. I can bring you up to speed.
Well,
you know what? I bet you know nothing about what we know about. So there's that.
You'll learn pretty quick that we know as little as possible.
I would love to change that. I am the character that is meant to bring Kiva into the story, and she's not here.
Well, you know, just as like a since we're gonna become best buds, the general store has some great magic items.
You
You should
mean
go check
Wagic?
it out.
Yeah, the Wagic items.
Oh, sorry, yes, the magic items.
I would never buy from the general store here.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that.
I wouldn't. But I
The
mean,
axe,
you
my axe
do.
he seems nice enough.
I guess these guys do probably know weapons in some way, shape, or form.
And I don't wear armor, so they didn't have much for boots. A little disappointing.
Yeah.
Dude, you got like a fucking size 17 foot. What do you expect?
Yeah, they do know weaponry. And he kind of takes the sword off his back and puts it on the table. And as you see him, it's in a non-threatening manner, just like he's gonna go do what a adventurer would do and like sharpen his sword a little bit because he's getting ready for the next day. You see him pull it off his back, and it does just look like it looks very unwieldy to wield. And he kind of puts it on and starts like sharpening
Even
a
for
little
him.
bit. Yeah, even for him, doing a little sharpening. And it's like they know their weaponry. This isn't from here, but yeah,
That sword seems a little big for you.
it's it's an interesting weapon.
I'm not much for swords, but it just doesn't look quite right.
I don't know how to put this in a way that wouldn't seem weird. Do you spar a lot?
I like to hit things.
Do you want me to? Would you want to spar? I can show you how I use it.
Sure, that'd be great.
Sure. Okay. Um, I wouldn't do it in the middle of this tavern. If you want to go out back, make sure like out back. We'll just do it in the street because they fight here all the time. But I don't want to get in start a bar fight. Make sure your friends can come with you, of course. I don't want to make you think that I'm going to go try and stab your friend in the back or anything. That would not.
You can try.
I wouldn't think about it. I need your help, and that would
Probably the
hurt
only
my
way
chances.
you stand a chance.
Okay. He lets off a little bit of a chuckle at that, and it's like, sure. And you go out into the street. Phineas is still kind of brushing down his horse, and he kind of sits back, looking a little bit confused as why Mega is squaring up with Christengrim, the dragon,
So
the dragonborn.
Mega's gonna, kind of heft his new battle axe in one hand. He's got he'll strap his shield onto the other. Shrug the backpack off. Kind of, stretch a little bit. He already fought once today, but this isn't fighting. We're just gonna spar. He wants to see, what's so special about this goofy looking sword.
Sure. So he squares up and he's like, give me all you got. If you gotta beat me up a little bit, feel free. Land a couple hits. I'll go easy on you.
That's awful nice of you. And then
Okay.
Mega will, he'll just, think about how much he misses his wife, how he's frustrated. We're always getting sidetracked. Just, rage up and just go, flying at the guy.
Sure. Make your attack.
Reckless attack.
Sure.
Let me find it here.
Ah, the battle axe. That'll hit. Okay. Make your second attack if you'd like. Okay, both of those hit. You get 2 nice attacks on him with your battle axe. He's gonna make a single attack against you. That's not the name of the person because I didn't change that, but we're good. That shouldn't have rolled that much. That shouldn't have that plus modifier. But anyway, I'm actually just gonna roll this out here
Maybe I mean,
because there's actually there's a specific modifier to it that I forgot to add into the
right?
program.
No, but also advantage.
Well,
He would have advantage, true.
Yeah, he gets advantage.
And also-
he threw a 19 there anyways, so that is
Yeah.
I'm just looking
Yeah.
for that crit.
So I guess that would have been.
Thanks.
So he threw a 19, so that would have been an 18 total then. So
okay. Meets it, beats it.
yeah.
It's- Yep.
He's gonna do with the hilt of his weapon. He's gonna like come up and over. He's gonna like come up with the hilt of his weapon. He's gonna look like he's barely able to kind of hold it. He's still using actually just one hand for it, and hits you for 4 damage. And he kind of looks at you and says, "Go," and kind of gives you the go again kind of thing.
Okay. Is that 4 damage halved?
Yes.
Okay.
Concern.
Anybody see Seven Deadly Sins?
No, I haven't, but I've always been told I should. That hits 12 damage. Okay. That one does not hit. So again for 12 damage. He's looking kind of a little. He's looking hurt. And then you see like a smile kind of come across his face. He pulls back a little bit,
of course.
and he just says the words "unfurl, Grim," and the sword straightens out into this really long rapier, and he makes 4 attacks in almost blindingly quick succession against you with the hilt of his blade.
Uh-oh.
With the hilt still. Oh man.
Yeah, no, he's still doing non-lethal. So that was a 18. That was a crit. That was a 19. And then that one was only a 16.
Three
God,
of
we're
them,
going to bed
3 of them
after
hit.
this.
You haven't met. Okay, so we'll do the first 2 non-crits, which is... Wait a minute, this is a D4 because it's a hilt. Oh, that's 10 damage. Have to be 5, and then the crit is another 10 damage. Have to be 5. So he does 10 points of damage with 3 really quick strikes of his hilt, like blindingly fast speed. As the sword no longer looks like it's clunky in any way, shape, or form, and just looks like it's super fast. Kind of lets he smiles at you, and he doesn't tell you to go further. He doesn't tell you to stop either. He just kind of gives you a look like it's up to you whether you want to continue or not.
So Mega's gonna smile at this because clearly now we're seeing something.
Yeah.
But you're singing his song, so he's still feeling good. So he's gonna keep pressing the attack.
Mhm.
So Mega's not like attacking to kill here, but clearly he's not. He's kind of figuring that this guy knows what he's doing, so
Yeah.
he's not holding back
Right.
necessarily.
So do your thing. That will no longer hit.
Ooh.
So as you go in for your 2 attacks, it's like almost a blinding movement of just parry. And even with your full force, you see him almost effortlessly just parry one, parry the other one. And he goes in for 4 more quick attacks. The first one is an 18. That is a 24.
That hits.
That one is also a 24.
That also hits.
And that one rolled a 1, so it doesn't hit.
3 hit.
You gonna die.
No, I'm not gonna die.
I mean, I know it's non-lethal, but people trip and smack their head off rocks and die every day.
So it's going to be 15 points of damage to have, which is 7. Just 3 more.
Okay. So at that, Mega's gonna take a step back, kind of kind of give a delighted, slightly pained laugh. Bring the axe down. Flip it around, reverse it so he's holding it upside down, kind of rested on the ground. Like, wow, that is some sword.
Let's just say he is a bit of a showman. Does not like being fully used unless I am at least a little bit hurt.
You're talking about the sword?
Anyone ever heard of sentient weapons?
There's no such thing as weapons that can talk.
I wish I could show you, but he wouldn't talk to anyone else. He is let's just say, a bit of a diva. I don't know if you noticed I said Chrisengrim when I spoke the command word. In order to wield this sword, your first name, you have to take the sword as your first name.
Oh.
Spaguglio pulls out his talking sword, and he just like lays it down beside other talking sword, and just waits to see if a conversation happens.
Chrisengrim kind of looks at you, not the sword, the person. I'm going to call him Valmora because that's his last name. The Dragonborn Valmora looks at you and I'm guessing that's a sentient weapon by the fact that you're looking at it very inquisitively. They don't talk to each other. They talk to their wielders most of the time. Sometimes they talk out loud.
Oh, trust me, this fucker will talk to anybody.
I mean...
Mega's looking at Spaguglio like, what?
Yeah, no one else knows.
I can tell you that they will not talk to each other.
No,
Diva.
you guys have heard him, right? Mega looks
Are you
back
saying
at you two.
Mega's like incredulous? Are you saying that thing talks to you?
Yeah, Crealis is looking between the dagger and Guglio. No.
Huh.
You'd be the only one to have been able to hear that if that weapon attached to you in any way, shape, or form.
Mega's
Well,
gonna
then.
reach out and grab Spaguglio's dagger and like hold it up and like look at it close.
Silence.
Hello, are you a talking dagger?
No words whatsoever. Nothing.
I don't know.
Well, this is embarrassing. He's shy now.
So
It must be the new guy.
Meg will reverse it, hold it by the blade, give it back to Spaguglio, be like, all right, I'm tired. This is way too much. Chrisengrim, he'll like address the sword. Like, not sure why he's doing it, but it's like, when in Rome,
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Valmora. Nice to meet you. Spaguglio, get a grip, man. And he'll like flick the dagger down, so it goes into the dirt at Spaguglio's feet. Like, all right, I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody. We'll
Good
see
night.
you in the morning.
See you tomorrow.
And Mega's like, clearly, that's the last straw. Mega's just like,
Talking
nope,
weapons is the last straw.
Talking weapons is, for all you know, he's gonna go up and like talk to his battle axe and his great axe. Be like, do you talk? What's your name?
They all talk. Actually, do a wisdom saving throw. Just kidding.
if hear Gork's voice out of the great axe, you'd be like, "Ugh!"
What?
Oh shit!
All weapons can talk. Spooley, are you picking up your dagger from the ground?
Oh yeah.
He's just like, don't ever do that again. That was scary.
Oh shit! As soon as we get back home, you're gonna be scared of something.
But I'm helpful. I'm helping. Why you gotta be so mean? And he
You
just
are
shuts up.
help adjacent.
Christinger puts a
Help
hand on
is
your
so
shoulder
close.
while you're saying this and is like, it's best to think what you're saying as opposed to talking it out loud.
I like to think that if Mega were here, he'd say, no, keep going.
You probably, yeah, just keep doing.
He wants to document and witness some rebirth.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be best if we
Spaguglio
all.
kicks the dagger all the way back to the inn. He doesn't pick it up. He just kicks it all the way back.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit early, but I'm gonna say you guys went to bed, and we're gonna call it there. It's a good stopping point. There's a lot of exposition I was hoping to do tonight, but if someone's sick, I'd much rather them be,
Yeah,
sleeping because
let's wait for
yeah,
Kiva.
I would much rather wait for Kiva to make sure, and also that she's 100%.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Sounds
Good session though. That was fun.
Yeah, it's a
That
nice
was-
little session.
Oh boy.
learned about things and stuff, and Wagic.
Wagic.
Anyway,
Well, the great thing is, Mega was about to ask Valmora about the card when he took the sword out, and again, train of thought gets derailed because Mega's like,
sword.
oh, sword, cool.
Yeah. That looks like it won't be useful, but wait a minute. Anyway, everyone, have a great night stream. Thank you all for stopping by. We'll be back
Good night.
possibly in 2 weeks like
Have a good
normal.
one.
See what happens. Yeah, have a good